Default. Stream info connect. There it is. Some setting got changed, and I have no idea how. So it was in just the actual device. I don't know. It was just set wrong. Hello. That's how I talk to Edmund. Hello, Edmund. Where is he, anyways? Like all of you guys, we were just talking about how cold it is. So, yeah. Yeah, too damn cold to do anything else. So that's what I was pulling up there when I didn't realize I couldn't hear it. That I asked Dave what the temperature is, and it is exactly 0 right now, Fahrenheit. So, I can never remember the Celsius conversions for our Canadian friends, but like I said in the other video, I think it's like negative 500 or something. I'm not sure the exact conversion. But yeah, so if you live somewhere warm, it's all we can talk about because it is just so freaking cold. I went out to dinner in Cleveland last night, and just walking back to the car, like, I'm usually fine. You know, I wear long underwear, like my wool, just like I'm riding. I got my down jacket. I've got a lined hoodie, and it hurt your face, it hurt your lungs. It's just, yeah. I don't know if I haven't looked at Strava today. I don't know if anyone in Ohio got out riding. My back is just starting to feel better, so I wouldn't be riding anyways. But yeah, not going out in this. This is beyond what can be fun at all. So, yeah. And I think most of the country in a dip like this. I know in New York today it was 16 when Terry B was streaming. So yeah, tonight negative 11. Wednesday a high of 14, so yeah. And I'm sure these real feels and wind chills are much beyond that, so. I'm gonna jump back to the beginning, see who's in here, and try to not get too far behind. But just so you know, I am excited to see you guys, but I won't accidentally do a Nazi salute. That doesn't happen to me when I get excited, but it happens to some people apparently.
Couldn't let it go.
Nope. So what's up, Nate and Pudgy? Yeah, you know, this is a thing though. For me personally, no matter how excited I've ever been in my life, I've never done the Nazi salute. That's just not. I mean, I guess it's a thing. You get excited, you become a Nazi.
Twice.
am not twice in a row, but yeah, that never happens to me. It's weird. It must just be I must be wired different. What's up, Hog Dog? And Dimitri's in here. Dimitri. So I chatted earlier on Terry's stream. I didn't chat it all the last few days. I've had it up on my TV, and the chat window's open, but when I start chatting, I just don't get anything done. So I usually, like, when I'm trying to work, just don't chat. But it was so cold today, Terry didn't even ride bikes. He walked around and did, like, a photo walk. So, what's up, Cycling Brian? So I commuted to work in the 20s last week. This morning it got down to 2, which is cold. Yeah, yep, that's too cold. What's up, Rock? F Winter. Yeah. Negative 14 at 7 a.m. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, it is just... Yeah, this is like... I mean, and snow on the ground all year, too. And I mean, I remember being a kid and having snow on the ground all year, but this is extremely, extremely rare for us. What's up, Donald? Said cabin fever will be defeated with studded snow tires. Yeah. How cold is it in Cincinnati? I assume it's not much warmer if Columbus is that cold, but... What's up, Dylan? Moishi did a fat bike ride in 5-degree weather on Sunday and made the ultimate noob mistake of overdressing and being too hot. Yeah, the one really cold ride I did last winter, I think it was 11-ish when me and Ben went out, and I wore a down jacket, and even on that, I ended up being a little bit too warm, but... Yeah, the clearer the skies are, the colder it could get too, which it was sunny today. But yeah, no clouds to keep the heat in. What's up, Large? Ding Dong said in the middle of a heat wave down here in Australia, the grass is always greener. Yeah, I will always take. I mean, I know there are levels of heat in Australia and parts of the U.S. Southwest that it's too warm to do anything, but I'll take that over the 0 degrees because yeah. Even the garage beers are frozen. What's up, Madison? Oh, yeah. Do you guys tell me that I didn't have my audio on because not used to having that problem. I didn't even look. So, James and Nate. So what's up the rock? Bicycletta. What's going on? Clunk A, you're in here too. Hey, Bike Sea Falls. Good to see you here. Sim7, what's up? It was 26 in Portland this morning when you went out. Yeah, in Portland, that's pretty cold for Portland, right? It doesn't, I don't believe, I've never been out there, but I don't think it gets as cold generally as it does here, right? What's up, Jim? Let's see. Astro Pup, how's it going? Sean, John, yeah. How to say that one? AJJ. Adjacent? Or Adjacent? Hey, it's funny. I read your comment right now of Edmund chewed the mic cord. He's over here meowing all of a sudden. He's been sleeping all day, so he probably wants to be playing. So, thoughts on riding up hills for endurance? Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't do hill repeats for no reason, but also talk about the cold, riding up hills to be warm. It makes a big difference. But yeah, it's hilly around here, so I mean, I don't have to go out of my way to find any hills. It's just part of riding. So that's where we picked up the audio. So nice. Let's see where we're at. Cat's got my tongue. Yeah. Hey, what's up, William LeBron? Randy Hale said negative 27 Celsius with the wind chill there in Belleville. Belleville? Ooh, I just skipped half the chat. Got 4 inches of snow in Houston today. Oh, wow, that's wild. Yeah. Cold from Colorado all the way to New York, yeah. It's so cold in Washington, D.C. that the politicians keep their hands in their own pockets. Yeah. Big old baby moved his inauguration inside. It was only like 26. Did you see that? It was like 26 degrees.
Yeah, right.
I'm just like, what the hell? That one, wasn't it Obama's first? It must have been way colder than that.
It was colder for Obama's,
yeah.
yes.
Whatever. What a wimp. I don't even think I've ever seen that. Like,
Didn't Reagan do it?
Did Reagan move one in?
I think Reagan was the last time.
Yeah. It's funny, they made such a big deal about Reagan's age back then, and Trump's older than him. I did not see that coming. Hey, what's up, John? Robert said Detroit is 3 degrees, so back on the trainer. Yeah. Yeah, I actually slightly thought of setting it up, but again, like I said, with my back and like the bike I have on the trainer, that's not a position. I mean, I could ride sitting up, but yeah, just taking the week off, I guess. Yeah, Dimitri. What's up, CB and Blaine? Yeah. Michael Stark. Yeah, Houston's getting snow. It's a crazy year. Disc brakes freeze up in this weather. Yeah, if there's snow on the ground, same with my rim brakes, they'll freeze up on my winter bike. What I do is I don't know if I probably talked about this in some of my videos, but I have to drag my brakes from time to time. I guess you probably have to do it with discs a little bit too, especially if you get water into your disc brakes. I know if there's any moisture, but yeah, with my rim brakes, I actually when I'm riding along every so often, I'll just pull them a little bit to keep them warm. So Southwest Missouri is warmed to 37 degrees tomorrow. Yeah, we have what? Just Wednesday is the really bad one because Thursday is high of 27.
It goes back up into the 20s, 30s.
Yeah. But still barely above. Saturday looks like it might be above freezing, but mostly 20s. So we're gonna have snow on the ground for a while. Yeah, I popped it on a little bit, but I skipped most of it. So indoor rollers, with how good smart trainers are and how cheap they are, I personally wouldn't go for rollers anymore. I know rollers are really good to get your balance, but I don't know. I could not sit there on just rollers. I need like that, the feedback of the smart trainer and something like Zwift or Trainer. What are the other ones? Trainer Road or whatever. I don't know. Everyone I know uses Zwift. There's a number of.
As you should.
Yeah, there's a number of other ones that have gotten a little bit popular, but I've never messed with them. Too busy working? Yeah, most people are off. I thought. I mean, not everyone is, but because it was also Martin Luther King Day for the inauguration. So, oh, you got 40 out there. Yeah. 8 degrees yesterday out on the lake, Summit Lake, or out. Rockmill Lake cleared an area for skating. Oh, no way. I assume you mean Summit Lake, right? Did 4 hours on Monday because it was in the 40s, Russell? You did 4 hours on the trainer? That's longer than I've ever. Oh, no, 4 hours outside because it was in the 40s. Gotcha. I think is what you mean. You have to let me know. Coldest morning in 3 years for MPLS today. Summer in New Zealand? Yeah. Yeah, Southern Hemisphere is in summer right now. Yeah, Wyoming in general should be colder than it is here. It just pattern this year has been nuts. How we've had more snow than them and everything. So, garage beers. If you're cold, they're cold. Bring them inside. Negative 30 in the winter for Wyoming. Yeah. Been riding the fake indoor bike. Sure, we've all done it. It's just not fun. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I it wasn't on purpose, but I think I picked the right week to tweak my back because I'm not missing out on too much. It's actually, we were riding in the snow on Wednesday night, and I think it was just all that effort and just that like way you kind of tighten up your back and everything when you're riding in the snow and trying to push through and trying to maintain your balance. And then I was standing at the computer working, and I sneezed on Thursday, and that just did me in. And so, yeah, today's the first day where I could like just get up off the couch or get out of bed without it being a process. But basically, it's been that during the day I'm able to get moving and been all right. Me and Aaron went for a hike, which was really good for it. But like I couldn't walk at my normal pace, which is annoying. So, the main outdoors, how you doing? Oh, you guys went from 8 degrees to 42 degrees. Yeah. What's up, Jay Held? I'm going to give her hell tomorrow outside at the gates at Oak Openings. Planning on a 20-miler. What is Oak Openings? Is that mountain biking? Ajasin. Got it. Snowing in North Carolina, too. Wow. Yeah, so it is the whole country, pretty much, huh? Your headset's been freezing, really? Boomers get cold easy. Hey, what's up, mountain biker boy? Experienced a negative 40 wind chill in Minnesota once. That was enough. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm usually, I don't know, I'm pretty hardy. Like I've showed before, me and Dave made snow in the winter. But yeah, last night it was getting to me. Or even today. I went out to the car for something and I just couldn't even believe it. Oh, nice. You got some studded tires mounted, Donald. Found some for $20. Sweet. Yeah. I was looking at, I get these, I get memories on my cloud storage, and I used to back my phone up before I had an iPhone to it. So some pictures were popping up on there, and I think my studded tires are like 2018 or 2019. So when I was talking about, and nothing wrong with getting a good deal on them, but some people have been like, I don't want to spend the money on them. You know, I think maybe mine were close to $100 or something, but if you break that down, that they've lasted me 7 years and they're still going strong, they're not really that expensive, right? It helps that I have them on a dedicated bike too, so I'm not riding them all the time. I'm only riding them when I need them though. So negative 44 in Leadville, brutal. said Sean did errands with flat bar bar mitts today. Not wearing heavy gloves is easier, but still wearing a buff and hoodie. Yeah, my hands got cold with the bar mitts last week when we rode on Wednesday, and I had wool gloves on underneath them. I think it was just that we were kind of riding at an easier pace because it was so snowy on the ground and so cold that it was just that kind of snow that's really slippery. And so I think that was part of it, just not working hard enough to stay warm. But I think it was just we were out there for over an hour and a half, and just the cold just kind of got through no matter what. I had wished I had brought my lobster gloves instead that day, though, because they are warmer. Cam T said I got a kicker core this year. Definitely not going to use the rollers anymore. Yeah, I remember when rollers were pretty much the only thing I saw. My brother used to train on rollers when he was a triathlete, but yeah, now they become rarer to see around. Hey, Mark, I rode a tiny part of the DNL this summer on my way to Boston, so I stopped and camped in that area and broke up the drive, and I rode a little bit. I've been talking about going back maybe this summer and doing a bike packing trip that would include it. So Summit Lake Ben was talking about was frozen for skating. Wayne says, as cold as it is, nice to be able to ride frozen snow-covered trails that would otherwise be too swampy or have waist-high weeds in the summer. Yeah, to a point, but zero is a bit much. But yeah, I get that too. There are definitely spots that get overgrown that are harder to ride in the summer. What's up, Wes? Oh, I haven't watched that one yet. Bike Farmer video with a trip to the Marin Museum of Bicycling. Yeah. Bouncing Bike Life said, has the canal ever frozen to where you could ride on it? I don't think so, right, Dave? Do you ever see it?
I've never seen.
Does the water move in there enough to keep it from freezing? I mean,
it depends on where you're at.
Yeah, because
too.
there's real stagnant sections of the canal. But
like if you're downtown where it's running through the locks,
yeah,
that ain't ever gonna freeze.
Yeah, because basically the little Cuyahoga is running through there.
Right.
So.
But you get down by the farm, where there's still you can see the old canal.
Yeah.
I could see that, but that never really has standing water to freeze.
Yeah, that part's dry pretty much. I'm trying to think of, you'd think going south where those big bends in the canal are, like past Magic City, I can picture that freezing, but I don't think I've ever seen it frozen. I wonder why.
I don't think it ever has. I don't know.
Yeah. There's got to be a reason why it doesn't, but that's a good question. It makes me think about, with how cold it's been. I don't know. When I'm back riding now, I'll head out that way and check it out, because now I'm kind of curious to see if any parts of it freeze. How it's only the third time it snowed down there in Texas, in South Texas. 28 degrees. Yeah, that's definitely cold for Texas. How Oak Openings is in Toledo. Any recommendations on how to plan mixed surface group ride routes? Looking to use your local mountain bike single track, park gravel cuts, and chill. Yeah, just the route planning tools. Like, if you're a Strava user or a Ride with GPS user, that's what I would look at, and then you could see, especially on Ride with GPS is really good at showing you what the surface is. I think Strava's getting better, but it's okay. That's what I would use. Have a mileage amount in mind, and then work something out. But that's usually how I plan stuff. I'll usually have a couple tabs open. I'll have Google Maps open too, because I like to be able to zoom in on Street View to see what the streets actually look like. So that's always a good tip. That little guy you could drop on there. But what's up, Mark? Oh, you crashed on black ice while turning. That's the worst. Healing up while it's so cold. Sure. Hey, what's up, Gary? Snowed in Galveston too. Oak Openings is 13 miles of single track. Nice. Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand. Do you know why they haven't opened Hampton Hills? Dave? Because I don't see why that wouldn't be frozen enough to be rideable.
I think it is open.
Oh, is it open now? It wasn't about a week and a half ago we were checking? Or maybe 2 weeks ago?
That's probably just because they don't realize that it says it's closed on the website.
I need to drive by because I wanted to ride it. Someone went out to East Rim. Well, we were talking about that on the stream, CJ, and said it was not very good, but now it's been so cold for so long it's got to be frozen.
Eastern, yeah. I don't know. Hampton has a lot of low points where it might have been soggy. I don't know.
We've had enough snow that you think it would just be. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, their Twitter, it says to check their Twitter, and it shows it closed.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole mess.
Yeah. Can't they have, someone with, in the morning, on their checklist of things to do? That's one of them.
There's a lot of things to do.
I know there's a lot of things.
Nobody cares about that.
That's one that needs to be done.
that nobody cares. They need to have, a volunteer group.
That's why it's so much better with Eastern, because they do. There's volunteers that take care of it, so they're on top of it. But
no, I didn't. Not to talk smack on my own career choices, but
let's hear it.
It was a good idea putting that all together or anything, but I don't think anybody at the time was thinking what it takes long term to kind of keep something like that going.
Well, I mean, it's not like they don't maintain the hiking trails and close them when they need maintenance. Why can't the mountain biking just be in that rotation?
Well, because it's different.
But isn't there a Hampton Hills guy? Can't the Hampton Hills hiking guy also be the Hampton Hills mountain biking guy?
No.
Why not?
Because all that falls into each individual park. There is a trail guy.
Yeah.
But there's also like 200 miles of trails to take care of. It's not him, and he's not a biker. There aren't any bikers. There aren't any mountain bikers in the park.
Yeah, because when Woody was there, they would have him do some of
exactly.
that, made the videos for it and stuff.
And he was a naturalist that he shouldn't be doing. That's not in his job. That was just, a passion of his, and he took that over.
Interesting. I mean, I still just feel like one guy could just be check to see if the trail's...
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
We built it. Deal with it.
Yeah, I guess my problem is I'm not going to drive there, so I'm going to ride out there, and then if I ride out there, it's not a great ride to get there, and then it's closed. It's well, fuck you.
Yeah. Nah, well, I could go on and on. Even the walking trails, doing major maintenance where we close it down, and, people coming, during the hiking spree, people coming from out of state even, which blows my mind to begin with, but to come and show up and, see me on an excavator, in a 10-foot hole in the trail, sorry.
Yeah, because people come into town to do the whole hiking spree on a weekend and stuff like that.
No, it you kind of nailed it with the whole Woody thing. There's nobody that cares about cycling that much in the organization.
Yeah. Strange. You think there'd be someone who rode bikes who would want to work for the park too, or just naturally people who work for the park would be cyclists?
No.
But then again, I found sometimes that's the problem with some of the other organizations that are all about bikes. Even the Ohio and Erie Canalway, sometimes it's for years that bridge right outside of their headquarters has a horrible bump in it, and I'm why don't you guys fix this? How do you not know this? And I'm no one here is riding bikes. And Dan, the CEO of it, does ride bikes, but not in a commuting way, or he does events, or he does trips with his family, and it's nobody here is riding bikes enough to know that there's a problem with the trail right outside your door. And your job is the towpath. That's what you do.
That's what you do.
And if anyone does anything about the towpath and doesn't tell them, they're mad. So it's okay, then you should pay attention. Someone here should ride a bike. Yeah. Oh, Rock, don't will us onto the Giro already. We got the Spring Classics. That's the best part of the pro cycling season. You're glossing right over it. But yeah, Paris-Roubaix and yeah, Tour of Flanders. That's the ones that get me excited. But yeah, I only watched the highlights of the women's Tour Down Under. But as we were all chatting in the Discord, it's awesome that the EF women won it. So. "21C." I can't do that. Wait, 21 wouldn't be that cold, right? In Celsius. Because 0 is 32. Yeah. Oh, Large is saying that the canal is freezing behind Missing Falls. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's...
No. I mean, sure.
You don't
Liar.
believe him?
Isn't it? I mean, it's like ripping through there, isn't it?
It moves there. Because that's coming from Summit Lake to the dam downtown.
Right.
Yeah, it should be moving. Yeah. The top gets so... But creeks freeze. You know what I mean? There'll be a layer of ice over a moving creek. I remember we used to hike on them when I was a kid. My dad would take us out. It terrified me. And then he would jump up and down to prove that it was okay. But that terrified me more that he was just going to break it. Huh. Interesting. Would be rad to ride the canal for a mile or two. Yeah. I guess just since I've been riding, we just haven't had that consistent cold maybe where it could. And this year it finally is, you know. It's too damn cold out. That's all we could talk about.
I guess it has been other than a couple days last week, it's been below freezing for an extended period.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as I can remember now. I mean... Oh, Bouncing Bike Life said it had to freeze back in 78. The Ohio River froze. That's the year of the big blizzard, right? Yeah, that's the year I was born. So I know that my mom had to deal with a pregnant me during that blizzard. A pregnant me. That's not how that works. I say stuff backwards. I still don't ever accidentally give a Nazi salute. I'm not gonna let that go. I'm not gonna not believe my own eyes. Like I'm being told not to believe my own eyes. Like I don't know what a Nazi salute looks like. Sorry, I can't stop with this one. I've like ignored everything else from yesterday, but just to be told that's not what that was.
I don't know. You were kind of in your feels based on your stories or whatever.
Oh, late last night? Yeah, I got pretty annoyed. I was drinking during the Ohio State game.
I figured you were a little tipsy.
Yeah. Oh, well. I didn't say anything that wasn't true.
That's true.
Oh, you could drive a car on the Ohio River. Man, yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh, nice. You built yourself up a Bombora, Wes. Oh, sweet. That would be so frustrating to not be able to ride it. Yeah. So Thursday will be your first ride. Nice. Oh, nice, Rock. You picked... Oh, yeah. I should show it. I brought one down here. But did get some new bandanas made. Reversed the colors from the last run. The grab bandanas. Can't see anything. These are a much softer cotton. These are like if you ever bought one of Party Size Cyclings or Roach Clips Woodies, who we were talking about. So these are like a much like you could just kind of even see they're just super soft and thin. I like both styles, but yeah. James says, I was riding the other day and you swore that I rode by you. Yeah, if I did, it would have had to be before last Wednesday, because, yeah, that's the last time I rode.
Read the next comment.
Oh. I'm in Connecticut. It definitely didn't happen. Unless the other day was in October. Yeah, so. Randy said, Tim, I read that Florida got snow. Is that true? Florida over... I don't know. I actually don't know. I can see it happening, like in the north part maybe. Tallahassee, when I was in Tallahassee for work, it was in the high 20s. They had this, it was so frustrating. I went down there in February, and I was so stoked to be in Florida. I extended my trip to ride bikes for a couple days, and it was like 25 when I got up in the morning to start riding. They had like an unprecedented cold snap. Like, yeah. They got snow in Louisiana. So, yeah, the Panhandle, maybe. If South Texas is getting it, that's. South Texas is probably farther south than the Panhandle of Florida, right? Yeah, if you picture the country. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah. No, only downtown, really, David. They don't plow the snow, the pass in our area. Me and Aaron, we're up. It looks like they do in Cleveland because we went to dinner in Cleveland last night, and where the towpath mounds are from the freeway, I was able to see the trail where it goes down through like the where all the steel mills are. It looks like they had been plowed. There was still a layer of like snow and ice there, but it was so. It looks like they had been plowed at some point, but here in Akron they don't. Really, just downtown, right? That's it. Towpath downtown,
And I don't even think that's just for the trail. I think that's just because it's the sidewalk.
yeah, because the towpath and the sidewalk are one and the same for a while. Yeah, because what they hadn't plowed it over the bridge over 59, which they were doing a few years ago, I believe. Larger, no, he commutes in every day. Oh, hey, what's up, Chris FYB? And Large had already answered that question too. That Bike Pass and Dayton are effed. Yeah, I can only imagine. I know Large has been out riding more, but I'm guessing we had that little warm up, but then we got enough snow that it might have covered some of the ice. Because the worst thing is you get the warm up, all the footprints turn to mush, and then it gets cold again, and then it just becomes like this icy, unrideable thing. But we might have gotten enough snow to kind of fill in those gaps. So. Yeah, that's the problem around here too. A lot of times they don't plow the shoulders, so it's when we get a lot of snow, especially all at once. Like a lot of the roads that you would want to ride, or any like kind of bigger road that would normally have a shoulder, they don't plow the shoulders. So, yeah, there's like nowhere good to ride right now. Huh. So Ben said it's frozen all the way across the canal, but it's just not very thick.
Shit.
That's the middle point is what's good to see. 20 to 21 degrees Celsius would be like room temperature. So you're saying like 65-ish or 68-ish, I guess. That depends on what.
That doesn't seem right.
No?
Y'all a bunch of liars tonight. If 100 is boiling point, 21... I guess what's boiling point?
100. 212 in Fahrenheit.
212. Yeah.
That's a real easy Google.
Put it about... Oh, he says it right here.
Just staring at
70,
the
70-ish.
Hog Dog said I need a bandana. Refused to cut the fro until June. By the way, the bandanas, I think I made it clear on the site, but the price includes shipping. Because bandanas, I'm able to put in an envelope and just put 2 stamps on it. So I was thinking of selling them for like 16-ish, and I just put 17, so that covers like all my credit card fees and a couple stamps. But New Orleans got slammed with snow. Interesting. I think I've been tuning out the news because of the Trump stuff, so I haven't paid attention to what the weather's doing anywhere else. And then also watched the Ohio State game last night, which that was my TV watching time. I had to watch it at a bar. I don't have TV, so watched it at Jimmy Biggs. The place is wild. Pudgy's been there with me. It's always a good time. I always say about this bar, it's right down the street from me. I don't, if you guys are old enough to remember Cheers, and the theme song is "Sometimes You Want to Go Where Everybody Knows Your Name." I say Jimmy Biggs for me is the opposite. Sometimes you want to go where nobody knows your name, and that's my spot. And I always have.
Is that where we went? Tried to get food, and the kitchen guy like cut his hand off or finger off.
Yeah. Yeah, that place is awesome. It's such a weird crowd. I love it. Everyone's super friendly. Pudgy, you said you're purposely not finishing a mountain bike build until later this winter? Just because you wouldn't be able to ride it, basically, is what you're saying? Because you don't mind the cold, I know. Raymond said, When you're a kid, you would walk on the Hudson River where it's brackish. You haven't seen it frozen in at least 20 years. Huh. Did you grow up where you live now, like in the Kingston area? I get, because it wouldn't be brackish there, right? Where would it be brackish? Almost. It'd have to be real far. Oh, that'd be closer to New York then, right? Because that's where it dumps into. What does it dump into? Long Island Sound, or just out into the ocean? I need to look at a map now.
Look it up.
Yeah.
It's been a while
Is
since
Jay
you had a
Dandy in
map.
here? I don't think Jay Dandy's here, and we're gonna look up some maps. I'm just trying to picture it now. I can't. I can picture the Hudson, like where the plane went down, and like in the city. What was the name of that guy? Upper Bay. So it goes into the Upper Bay and then out into. Oh, just out into the ocean. Yeah.
Well, what's that little thing? There's got to be a name to that. Right
Lower
there.
Bay and Upper Bay.
Oh, Lower Bay. I
Yeah.
got it.
How far up is it brackish? Out of curiosity. I won't see this comment for a half an hour. Does it come from the... Is this the Hudson River all the way up this far? All right. Anyways. This is the kind of thing I do when I'm on my own, though. I go down some train of thought, and then it's like, how did I get here? Why did I follow the Mississippi all the way up its headwaters? Like, I can never wait to ride a bike build. I'm on a sort of beans and rice diet when I'm buying so many parts now. Nice. Way to confuse them with the metric talk. Is Celsius considered metric? I mean, it is a 0 to 100 scale. Like,
Well, no. There is a name for it, isn't it? No.
Celsius.
I mean, Fahrenheit, is that imperial?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're
Exactly.
related. I don't think temperatures are related to the measuring systems, are they?
No.
I think they could be. I don't. They used to have a bike ride across the Straits of Mackinac following Christmas tree path over to Mackinac Island. Huh. Jim Biggs was prime people watching and trivia. Oh, that's right. They were doing trivia that night. That was hilarious. He had to warn everyone like 5 times not to shout out the answers, but people just shouted out hilarious non-answers. That made it even better. I'm trying. Maybe Pudgy could remember, but there was one that, oh man, some dude just yelled it out, and then everybody in the bar is just laughing. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. What's up, Eric? Me and Eric stole glasses from Cheers.
The actual Cheers?
Yeah. So the actual Cheers is just the outside, like those stairs. The inside, Cheers, like in the show
Right.
with the soundstage. So it doesn't look anything like that on the inside. It's actually a really small kind of a dive bar, just like a single bar. But then there's around a corner where you kind of go to the restrooms. Then they have like a little merch section. But then they opened a Cheers in Boston that I think does look more like Cheers, but that's not the real one. The actual sign and facade is a place that looks nothing like it on the inside.
Smart viewers. Celsius is centigrade and part of the metric measuring system.
Wait, centigrade is metric? Celsius is
It's the same thing. I mean, it's just a different word for the same thing.
But I thought centigrade was a totally different. I thought that was a totally different.
Sorry, or centigrade.
Wait, say this again.
Celsius or centigrade
Or
is a
metric.
metric system.
Huh. So, is Fahrenheit considered imperial?
See what Google says.
Oh yeah, Sully Sullenberg. Yeah. Indian Lake, New York is where you rafted in the Adirondacks. Oh, nice. Huh, I've never thought of temperatures as being I just thought they were on their own. You know, out there on their own. Throw a Kelvin to the temp fund. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now what is Kelvin? Kelvin's just another scientific one, right? Like centigrade.
Fahrenheit is considered part of the imperial system of measurement.
Huh. I guess
Kelvin.
Kelvin's a scientific one too, like using centigrade. Isn't centigrade just because the temperatures are so extreme that it's a different scale? And then Kelvin is, I can't remember. We learned all this, but yeah. I haven't had a reason to keep up on my temperature knowledge. I haven't had a reason to keep up on most of the knowledge I keep up on, but that's just one that hasn't struck my interest, I guess.
Kelvin is the standard international unit of thermodynamic temperature.
Oh, yeah? What's a thermodynamic temperature? Is that different than temperature?
Yeah, it's thermodynamic.
Yeah, what makes
I
something
don't know.
What makes something unthermodynamic? Yeah, anti-thermodynamic. Centigrade, 21 degree. Whenever I hear someone's like it was 20, like centigrade, like isn't that what you hear? Like if they're going to talk about the temperature of a star or something, right? Yeah, I 100% Pudgy associated with metric mainly because metric countries use it. And it is 0 to 100, which makes it like, the metric scale. I guess I just never, whatever. Google confirms this. Bull and Finch. What is that to reference to? I can't remember. Yeah, Celsius is based on freezing and boiling point of water at sea level, 0 to 100. Yeah. Oh, Raymond said, got two interesting threads going on here. The Hudson is brackish all the way to Poughkeepsie. Oh, I pronounced that loud. Now I'm going to get it.
Yeah, you're going to get canceled.
I have a video, Poughkeepsie, where we had a live stream after I got back from me and Large riding out there, I think, where everybody gave me a different pronunciation. So.
Bull and Finch's cheers, by the way.
Oh, Bull and Finch's cheers?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's cheers.
It's cheers?
It's the exterior of cheers.
Oh, that's what... Lard? Oh, no, this is Pudgy. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Bar to PSI. Yeah, like, who used, like, for pressure? Is bar metric?
Good question. Who uses bar? Come on, get real.
I feel like I only ever hear, like, is using bar kind of a British thing? I feel like I've heard it sometimes on GCN, but I don't know anyone in real life that IRL that uses it.
Bar is a metric unit of pressure.
Ah, I had no idea. So, yeah, well, PSI has to be imperial because it's inches, pounds per square inch.
Yeah. It's kind of in the name.
Yeah, I never think about it. Use bikes is a little out of nowhere, but I think carbon bikes lose value a lot quicker than a Rivendell type bike. Rivendell type bike. Hey, you spelled Rivendell the way I accidentally pronounce it because there was a band called that. I wouldn't buy your bike based on what it's going to be worth down the road. I'd buy it on what you want. If you want a carbon bike, buy a carbon bike. I like steel bikes. I think they last longer. But if you're talking about value, it just depends on what kind of steel bike. There's steel bikes that are worth nothing, but I do think if you were looking at a road bike, the kind of demographic that buys carbon likes new stuff, right? So yeah, I would agree that carbon bikes lose more value just for that reason, because the market for carbon is usually, in general, people who want new stuff, where steel is not as much like that. And Rivendells could become collectible a little bit too, because they discontinue models and all that kind of stuff. A calorie is technically a measurement of heat as well. Yeah, isn't it like I thought it was an energy measurement, but I guess that's heat is energy, right? Let's really go down this rabbit hole. What else we got? 0 Kelvin is absolute zero. Everything would be frozen. Yeah. Kelvin is when particles stop moving. Or zero is. Yeah. Science. lot of Kelvin info in here. Nice. American football uses yards. American school measure in football fields. I think I saw that Kelvin guy peeing on a Ford logo on a sticker on the back of a truck once.
I didn't see that one.
Kelvin is physics. Okay, yeah. I love all those memes where they'll be like, it would take like 25,000 carton of eggs to get to the moon, and then it's always like Americans will measure in anything but the metric system. You know?
Yes.
Thermodynamics sounds like a new tire. Yeah. The actual name of choose. David said the Hudson River is tidal and navigable 150 miles up the river to Troy. Huh, it's tidal that far up? I guess I don't really, I don't live on the ocean, so I guess I don't think about these things. But yeah, I wouldn't even think about it being tidal, but it makes sense, Bar is metric. Yeah. Bar doesn't seem like there's enough measurements, though, in it. When I hear about bar, it's like tires only go, like, the amount of pressure used, it's only, like, from, 1 to 5, right? Someone's just like, I put 4 bar in. I'm like, well, that's got to be wildly inaccurate. Like, that covers way too much ground, right?
It is, sure. I don't think it's that extreme, but
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, 4 bar in, PSI, that's probably anything from, 30 to 120. It's interesting with the British, though, because they seem to switch back and forth between metric and imperial for certain things, right? 'Cause I mean, I guess since they invented imperial, right? Didn't they? I'm sure that's why British Empire is why we all use imperial, right? Had to learn bar for scuba. Yeah, it seems like a bad like I said, if you're putting 6 bars in your scuba tanks, if you're on the high end of 6, it probably blows your lungs up, right? Bar countries use Celsius. Does bar stand for something?
Not that I can see.
Is it an acronym? Or is it just bars? Actual bars?
It's 100,000 pascals. I know
100,000 pascals?
that. Yeah. It's taken over. Bar's old. Pascals are what the kids are using.
What kids are using? Pascals? Pascals?
I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I mean, that's... How do carbon bikes hold up in the cold? I assume they'd be fine, right? I mean, it's a stable material. I mean, I don't feel like it would be more shatter prone, even though mentally you could draw that. But I mean, carbon's strong, so I don't think it'd be an issue. But the only carbon bike I own is a vintage Lug to Look that I haven't. That would probably shatter if it dropped in any temperature. Bar or atmospheres used in physics? Atmospheres. Atmospheric units. Why couldn't this all be more clear, 700C? Yeah. A joule. Joule is that's a measurement of energy, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Donald says, bar is about 1 atmosphere at about 15 psi. Also, bike tires air pressure is listed in kPa. Oh, kilopascals. About 15 psi. Kilopascals. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Jay Dandy is in here. Did you catch our Hudson River maps, Jay Dandy? I used to have some Calvin Klein jeans. Are there any other good Calvin jokes? Oh, I didn't see that, Jay Dandy. I saw a couple people post some band stuff on Instagram, but I didn't know that was what it was in relation to. We lost a lot this because we lost Big Chuck.
I was just gonna say that Big Chuck's gone.
Yeah, he was 90. Big Chuck was 90. So I mean, that's one where you're like, that's a bummer, but you can't like 90. He made it to 90. I mean. I got it. Clunke said, I got to be pedantic about myself regarding the Celsius and Kelvin talk. When I said freezing point, I should have said freezing point of water. So 0 Kelvin is where everything freezes. 0 Celsius is where water freezes at sea level. Stone versus pounds, yeah. I hear the British say that. They'll like weighed 5 stone. It's kind of like
something
bar.
stone, yeah.
It's kind of like bar, where it feels like the numbers. There's not a lot of numbers. You know, so
Yeah,
like 5.5 stone. Right?
something like 5 stone, 6 stone.
You'll still hear that slip out of British people's mouth. They'll just say something stupid like that. Yeah, I wish I could do accents. I can't. If I tried to do my British accent, you guys would never watch the stream again. But when I do my Australian accent, Aaron just says it sounds like I'm retarded. She wouldn't use that word, but she would say something along those lines.
She would just imply it.
Yeah, she would imply it. I guess that's the right use of that word, because she means it. No, she wouldn't use it like that. Now that I said that out loud, I'm like, that's not the right use of that word. It seemed legit for a second. Yeah, some British guy, he's like, yeah, I put 5 bar in my bike because I weigh 2.5 stones. Ron said, roll down to San Diego and do the Bay Loop from downtown to Coronado Island. 60 to 70 degrees now till April. Yeah. Like I said, me and Aaron were looking at going to LA. Obviously, that's not going to happen this year now. We didn't get our stuff together, and then the fires and all that. But man, it would have been nice to go out somewhere warm. Bar would be 30-inch mercury. Bar is a different measurement for a pub crawl. Bar stands for where to get a cold one. I was trying to think of a bar joke, and it just didn't come. Bar comes from the Greek word baros, which means bar. Me and Aaron go to this cafe in Cleveland sometimes that I love. It's called Le Petit Triangle, and it's a small triangle. But I always say to her, I was like, in English, Le Petit Triangle means the Petit Triangle. Thoughts on unicycles in the slush? Thoughts on unicycles in general. I don't think I could ever have the balance, no matter how much I practiced. But I can't wheelie really either, so there's that. And I mean, I guess, is riding a unicycle the same as just always wheeling? How many bar do you put in your unicycle tires? Missed the map, sorry. I'm not drunk, I'm just drinking. Sorry, Jay Dandy. I mean, we were going all the way up the Hudson to see how far it was brackish. Have entered the chat. Robots have entered the chat. AI overview. Carbon fiber can become brittle and crack in freezing temperature because the resin that binds the carbon fibers together can become less flexible. Huh. I'm wondering how much that affects modern carbon. I no idea, and I totally believe that it would become more brittle. I just don't. I have a hard time believing it would be on the level that would make your carbon bike unsafe. But yeah, follow up. Ask ChatGPT at what temperature. Yeah. How many Pedro Pascals is that? Who is that?
Oh, I don't know what he was in that you would know.
Oh, he's an actor. But just oh man. But one more time, just to make sure you're. Calvin Klein. Do you guys get that joke? Klein bike, the park tool mechanic. Cubits. Yeah, cubits is the Bible measureship, right? Measureship. I was thinking of Noah's Ark. Isn't it measured in
There
cubits?
are 142 people listening to this.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yes.
Yeah, cubits is biblical.
Yes.
What about the Tootsie Pop measurements? How many licks does it take? Most of general physics calculations are unit conversions. This is the best stream ever. Whoa.
Ouch.
Just say bar like a pirate, and then look back at the pressure gauge at the PSI and see if there's a bar like a pirate there. Baboon was supposed to be. Did I miss that comment?
It's right above it. He's talking about Trump.
Oh. Oh, am I in top chat? It must have. I am. It didn't show it. Well, I'm going to switch to live chat, and hopefully I don't get too messed up at where we're at.
You haven't really missed much.
No.
I thought you were being selective, but
Oh, there's the comment. Yep. Sorry, anyone, if I missed your comments. I had it on top chat, not live chat. So, I'm surprised it didn't count this comment from Jay Dandy, though. So. Traffic Actually Productions, what's up? He said, "Hey Tim, love the streams. Even tonight?" Pedro is daddy? What does that mean?
you gotta be hip to what's going on.
Is that some like youth slang?
Not necessarily. I guess he's a universally attractive man, and people call him daddy.
Wow. Huh.
I think that's what I got out of it.
Yeah, last night, watching the Ohio State game at that bar, like it's a neighborhood bar is what I'd call it, I guess. But they were saying, coming up at halftime, Travis Scott. And I'm like, who's that? And the people next to me, they're like, you've never heard of Travis Scott? And I was like, no. And then they showed him, I'm like, Travis, and these people I'm talking to were black. I was like, Travis Scott's a black guy? And they're like,
I
yeah.
thought he was a country singer, so I don't.
But I saw that, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, don't get me, come on, Travis Scott. That doesn't sound like a black guy name, right? I mean, yeah. And they're like, they thought for a second, and they're like, no, you're right. That does not. They still couldn't believe I hadn't heard of him. But so he's like, oh, Pedro Pascal's The Mandalorian. I saw the first season of Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, nerd.
Yeah, that's the last TV show I watched. And then
Ooh, that's depressing.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked The Mandalorian. But Erin was like waiting for season 2, and she's like, "Are you ever going to watch this with me?" I was like, I'm never. I mean, I liked it, but I just making time for TV shows and something I do. I ended up going back to school after tonight's show. Ron asked what our favorite Akron brewery is. Missing Falls. favorite in Akron proper, for sure. Good food, big space. Yeah. Bike shop owner, sponsored 2 streams ago. I actually have one of their logos here, but the mic boom arm's in the way. Yeah. Wait, I can never point on the camera. Can't tell much. Yeah, favorite Cleveland brewery is probably Noble Beast. Brewery I really like just outside of Akron on the towpath would be Magic City. If you really like hazy IPAs, they do them really well. Missing Falls is good because they do a pretty good spread, kind of all over the place. Wonder Woman 2. Yeah, I have not seen that. Hey, what's up, Benjamin? Did you watch Ed Pratt unicycle across Latvia? I did not. I also don't know who Ed Pratt is. I assume there's like a YouTube summary of it. How many 8 balls in a stone? What is the joke there? You said ball. Mike Walker said, takes your mind off Swift tonight. It's probably making it worse because now you're just thinking of every unit of measurement. Is time metric? No. Is there a metric scale of time that's like a 0 to 100 instead of the 60? But you say hundredths of a second. That's metric. Hundredths of a no. Would be? Are you combining 2 things there? Hundredth of a second. Candela versus lumens. When can I ask about Ohio bands? I don't think you could ask whatever you want tonight. We're not really sticking on any kind of topic here, obviously. I had no plan. I mean, I put that in the title because it's freezing cold and there's no way we wouldn't talk about it. And obviously I'm recovering from my back injury. It's actually, speaking of my back, we're only going to go till about 9:30 because sitting in this bar stool is just not that great for me because I have to just concentrate on sitting upright. So I don't want to set myself back by being here. So Pedro is hot. Hey, what's up, Mr. Natty? Trump smells of sardines.
There is a metric time.
There is metric time?
It's called metric time.
It's just called metric time?
Uses the second, so like millisecond, nanosecond.
How many?
Oh, I didn't go that deep into it.
How many metric units in a day? 100? 100 hours? This stream is measuring up to be great. Destin, Florida got snow. Yeah. Dane said, "Screaming baby means I could finally join a live chat." Wait, why would that be? Why would that be the case?
It feels like he's contributing, but doesn't have to listen to it.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked up that you're saying all Pedro stuff there. Oh, Trump done unwoke us. You can say retarded again. Yeah, whenever I said that, right after the election, I said something to Erin that was like just a sexist joke on purpose that she knows I wouldn't actually say. But that's what I said after. Trump's America, you know. Oh, Bookhouse is a good brewery, too. I was at... me and Aaron got a drink before we met our friends for dinner up in Cleveland last night, and they had some Bookhouse on draft there. It was called Craft Collective. This place. But, yeah. How many XP furlong? What does that mean? Is that another thing? I don't... Most metric countries use the 24-hour clock. That's true. Yeah. 24-hour clock kind of makes more sense.
It does make more sense.
It'd be less confusing. So. How's it going? Places Lost. Oh, so was that Platt or Pratt? Pratt. He's a YouTube Brit, basically has to fixie across terrible, rooty trails. Huh. I've never checked him out. Let's see what his channel looks like. Whoops, wrong YouTube. Oh, that's a big channel.
I'm attempting to travel the full length of the River Thames
Oh,
from
do I
source
not
to
have the
sea
volume?
without leaving the river.
Oh,
It's definitely getting
are you
deeper.
guys hearing that? I'm not.
Starting
hearing
at a spring in Gloucestershire.
it. Huh, I wonder why I can't hear that.
The Thames wiggles its
Weird. Yeah, 439,000 subscribers. Jeez. Oh, there it is. Can I unicycle across the country using only hiking trails? Day 12. Oh, I don't have that up here. Sorry, guys.
It's coming across on the stream.
Oh, it is? Huh, I wonder, yeah. Weird. Oh, you guys are hearing it. Huh. Strange. So I guess you guys will hear super chats and anything like that, which is good. I just can't hear them. Oh, these are like those crazy modern unicycles. Yeah. We went down that rabbit hole on a stream a while ago.
This is like a.
Oh, there's
Is
the
he sitting down on it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like. I guess you're always sitting down on it.
Yeah, you have to sit down on it. How would you can't stand up on a unicycle.
Like, scroll back up. Is
Like
it
that?
huge? It looks like that. It's big like a penny farthing.
Yeah, it's like a big off-road unicycle. He's even got it all set up for bike packing. Let me
Obviously
turn off the sound here so it doesn't get.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Oh yeah, it's gigantic.
That's not.
That's crazy.
That's
Look how it's
easy.
packed. I get it, just
I
doing
want to see
something.
him go across Latvia on a regular ass unicycle.
But juggling. His face painted. My bike light of choice? I like O-lights for my headlights. The RN 1500 is my favorite. I think there's a link in the description of this video. But I think the last time I looked, O-light didn't have the RN 1500. There's also a link to Magic Shine, who makes it anyways. And so I think Magic Shine has one or something similar. So check that out. I do think there's a link, but either way. They use the Garmin mount too, which is, I use Wahoo, but it's nice if you need to order any. So, yeah. O-lights and Magic Shines are the lights I use. If you go to your local bike shop, Night Riders are fine. They've updated them. For a while there, I felt like the Night Riders were a little behind. They were still using micro USB, which I will not buy anything like that anymore. I just like the positive clicks of the O-lights and the Magic Shines too. But are Watts Imperial? Watts got to be Imperial, right? Yeah, I mean. I don't think I have a command for lights. I know I have one for wool and stuff like that. 3 a.m. in Germany. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The screaming baby has him up. That's why.
Oh.
Trump Imperial, Melania Metric. There's some pretty good memes about her hat, too. I saw it today.
What was the? Shit. Now I can't remember. Huh.
I thought you were going to say something.
Oh no, I forgot. I can't
You just like
remember.
froze.
Her reference to her outfit, what she looked like, and the meme was something about like those whatever kids are cooked, It just has her, yeah.
Finally got some snow in Buffalo. It's crazy. I mean, with the way you guys get lake effect, that it hadn't been hammering you guys. How like Erie, PA got that big storm that you guys didn't get too. So sounds like super shit because he's British. Hey, what's up, Myrtle? How's it going? Oh, he spent 3 years riding the world on a unicycle. I think I did see stuff about him without going to his channel, like on Instagram, and then I think maybe even did GCN maybe do a piece on him when he first did that, I think. So I've got some mountain bike unicycles by you. It's nuts. Yeah. Like, it's cool to do something different, but bikes are just better. Like, two wheels a better system, especially for hauling gear.
Why put yourself at a disadvantage?
Yeah. It's cool that someone's doing that, but it's like, man, you could also just ride a bike, and it'd be way easier. And you could do more. You're more. What, like, someone tell me if I'm wrong. Is there a single advantage to a unicycle? Well, there's a single one less wheel.
Yeah.
Greg said, how difficult would it be to ride from Akron to Sandusky? I don't think it would actually be that difficult because I rode to Michigan, so I camped. I wouldn't have been crazy far from Sandusky. So, and I think Ben Large Marge has done it. There used to be a ride called Pedal to the Point. It might have been.
I was just going to say, yeah, they do that yearly.
Yeah, and if you get to Cleveland, you could ride the towpath to Akron. So it wouldn't be hard. I think me and Aaron rode around Sandusky a little bit. You would just have to do some planning to avoid some roads that kind of suck. Because I know we stayed outside Sandusky and rode into downtown. A couple of the roads on our route weren't that great, but I think it'd be totally doable. Like I said, I rode all the way to Michigan, so I rode, I was inland more than that, but it wouldn't be an issue. Because you'd also be able to come down and take the North Coast Inland Trail for a huge chunk of it. So, yeah, that would be a good ride. Just takes, like I said, just take a little bit of planning. John said 36-inch for road, 26-inch for trail. Is that the size of the unicycle wheels you're talking about, I assume? Yeah, Places Lost. I don't know why. If Olight is kind of getting out of the bike light game, because they were leaning heavily into it for a while. They were sending people like me and a lot of other YouTubers stuff. But yeah, so because they were a light company before they were a headlight company, and or a bike light company. So, and I think that's why Magic Shine made all their early lights. So 3 a.m. You must be lonely.
I just got that.
I hate that song. I've heard that song a lot, though, because it was in the VH1 countdown when Torn by Natalie Imbruglia was in there, and I was always trying to catch that video. I watched that just not too long ago. Spy versus spy character? What are you guys talking about?
Melania's outfit.
Oh, Melania. Yeah. Oh, Montreal is known as the circus capital of the world, so there are still disproportionate. God, I can't talk. Number of unicycles there. Interesting. I don't know if it's going to happen. Aaron really wants to get to Montreal. So do I. I just don't think it's going to. I mean, it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen this year. As I'm looking, Jeff Frayne just put out the Hodag registration 2 for this year, and we're debating that because that's kind of an expensive trip for us. If you're still here, Large, I'll have to run that by you to see if you're interested in getting up for that. So, Josh H is talking about Brooks Saddle off limits. I'm jumping on my B17 for the first time on a trainer. That's actually a new twist to it because I don't think I've ever anyone's ever brought up riding a B17 on the trainer. I never have either, which would probably make more sense for me because, yeah, it's what I like. But I've never even thought about putting it on a B17 onto my trainer bike. Yeah. Dylan, no Brooks dogs. Nice. Yeah, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, but I do think worrying about taking care of a leather saddle is overrated. You just carry a cover and throw it on there. And if it gets wet, you just let it dry. But, yeah. Unicycle equals chick magnet. Does it, though? I mean, granted, like these ones we're looking at are probably do strike up a lot of conversation. But if you're on a classic unicycle, I don't think so. Best reason not to ride a unicycle at the end of the day, swapping out handlebars is your main hobby. Yeah. Do you guys see, because I know a lot of you guys watch them too, probably riding just did a handlebar swap video, and those handlebars he put on to, was that his Riv? Looked really, really cool. 50%, what's up, Eric? 50% less chance of punctures. Yeah, but if you do puncture, yeah, is that sketchy as hell on a unicycle if you get like a flat when you're really moving? You know, a bike you still have some kind of balance. But Hamburglar isn't Burger King. Hamburglar is
McDonald's.
Yeah. I want to say Hamburglar.
Hamburglar. I think it is
Hamburglar.
Hamburglar.
Yeah, but Hamburglar, when
Oh, burglar.
Trump made that tweet years ago that said Hamburglars or whatever. Aren't UCI Worlds in Montreal in 2026? Is that true?
That is true.
They are?
The Road Worlds.
Oh, well, I know when I'm going to Montreal then. I gotta go. I couldn't miss that. That would be so rad. Well, now I have a way, Benjamin, thanks to hold Aaron off for another year on Montreal. I want to go to Montreal. I just don't think it's going to work out in my budget and time frame this year. But that would be rad. Actually, the first time we were going to go to Montreal is when they were still doing, well, they brought it back, but the other race, the Grand Prix Montreal, and they do 2 races up there. And the pros used to come and use it as a warm-up for the Worlds. And we started to plan that trip, and that's the year that COVID hit, so it never happened. But there is no new twist with B-17s. There's the opposite opinion. One advantage of a unicycle is you don't have to worry about having a girlfriend ever. No, that unicycle had a saddle, didn't it?
It looked like he was sitting on something other than the saddle, but you said it had a bag on it?
Yeah, it looks like you kind of sit on the... There's like a weird, like, frame bag type thing. I guess not a frame bag because there's no frame, but... Yeah, see? There's like this huge... Oh. This... I think that's a saddle there, right? It's got to be. Yeah, they got to be sitting. B-17 would be great on a unicycle. %, yeah. Do I sell vinyl jams in my shop? Does that mean like records? Vinyl jams? When I see jams, I think of those like 90s pants that were like pajama pants that had like sports teams on them. Or no, jams were the 80s, like long shorts that came down past your knee. They had like floral.
I thought they were the like the pajama bottom looking pants with the they look like animal stripes and all the NFL colors.
Yeah, is that what jams were? No. That's gonna be a hard Google. The word jam. Jams 90s pants. This stream is so good. They're like a couple of these are like hammer pants. Oh, these ones are like these ones are like floral. This is not what I'm picturing. Oh, there. Oh, it's actually a brand. I think I might. This is what I. This is kind of more what I'm picturing is not the NFL ones. Those NFL ones had their own name, didn't they?
Yeah, they were. I never gonna figure that out.
Look at this picture. Could there be anything more 80s than this photo?
That's nice.
Peak. That is peak. So you want a vinyl version of these, Ron? Damn. All right, enough with the jams. What are those handlebars we were talking about the one week? Were you here for that?
No.
Those like butterfly bar things, trekking bars. Let's get some trekking bars and a pair of jams, and you're set.
Zubas?
Zubas.
That
Yeah.
doesn't ring a bell at all.
Yeah, the Z sounds familiar. Yeah. Should I unicycle to Montreal to compete with that guy's videos? Yeah. Oh, but you said that unicycle needs TI Walmart butterfly bars. Electric bike in the winter? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to ride an electric bike in the winter because you want to be pedaling to be warm. Electric bike in the winter would be rough. But you see all the bike messengers, like in New York, not messengers, but like delivery guys, how dressed up they have to be to ride those bikes in the winter. Now, Thrifty Frame Builder got Zubas. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Oh, yeah, that Vanilla Ice song, yeah. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Let's get some Umbros next. I owned a lot of pairs of Umbros. That tucked a T-shirt into them and everything. 12-inch records. No, I don't. I do not. I just sell like bicycle stickers.
What kind of records you looking for?
Yeah, what kind of records you looking for? I do have a lot of old punk records though. I don't sell them. You will not see me in those pants on the towpath. You featured jam pants, you earned the thumbs up. Jenko's enter the chat. Yeah, that's when those came out is when I got into skateboarding, and so they were like Jenko's. I don't think that brand was, but like the skate catalogs were selling super fat pants. Then I never got that. Was a couple of my friends got a couple pairs of them, but we moved on. I never got them, and they moved on from that pretty quick. That wasn't really our. But man, those giant pants, yeah. Jenko's kind of came after that. Like the skate thing had the fat pants first, and then like Jenko's kind of the brand that kind of came out of there. I think, yeah.
Jenko's had the huge pockets too.
Yeah, those.
They
giant
weren't just
pants.
like super baggy pants.
Yeah, and a lot of the fat pants skaters wore. A lot of people were buying jeans for like really big people and just wearing a belt.
That's what me and Riazi did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, you guys were rollerbladers, right?
Well, this was pre even that. This was just being like in the band with him.
Ah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Was that super fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about long johns with shorts? I do that sometimes, but not like the '90s grunge way of like the long johns, you know, like the Pearl Jam look. But
Tuna boat 45s.
chicks that like unicycles, guys smell of sardines. What's up, CL?
Dandy became a member.
Jay Dandy became a
celebrates
member.
46 months
Thanks, Jay
of
Dandy, but you
membership.
were already a member,
Anyone
right?
get clip of Tim circling dude's crotch? Banana.
Most e-bike manufacturers suggest you don't ride in the winter. Salt and water and motors, not good. Huh. I bet there's some that are made to be sealed out there, but I've never looked into it. In the 60s, surfers wore jams. Yeah, and I think jams were like a reinterpretation of that style, basically, right? Parachute pants were better for slip bicycling, tighter around the ankles once you zip them up. Yeah. What's up, Clay? Boss jeans? I don't think I remember Boss jeans. Let's see what they look like. Nothing's coming up. It brought up a bunch of LO jeans. Well, not in the image search, anyways. Let's see if I put in vintage, because it looks like they're just still in business. Oh, there's the baggy pair. $129 on eBay for these Boss jeans.
Not bad.
Do you need me to send you that link? Oh, tuna boat 45s. That's what you said, yeah. In 4th grade, Sean had hammer pants and Reebok pumps. Nice. 7th grade, yeah, Jenkos. Yeah, I'm glad I skipped out on that. Oh, it was a members chat. That's what popped up. Anyone get a clip of Tim circling dude's crotch? I wonder why it didn't say that out loud. It had been lately. That's weird. Or maybe it did and we didn't hear it. But. Waffle shirts with band shirts over it. Yeah. I had a lot of waffle long underwear, but just for actually being long underwear, not for being stylish. Colby said the manual for your Surly skid loader says the Bosch motor battery is good down to -20. Yeah, I think it would still drain faster, right? That's just a fact of batteries. So, but need that cold rating tonight? Yeah. Yeah, the e-bike I have is supposed to be waterproof. I mean, like salt is always going to be an issue, but you're able to wash it and all that. I mean, you just need to wash all your stuff. Yeah, I think it would just depend on the e-bike, and I would guess that like the cheaper Chinese ones are not something you want to be riding out in the harsh weather. But yeah, not an expert by any means on that. So, have I ever read the book The Masked Rider by Neil Peart? Is Neil Peart the drummer from some 80s metal band?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't.
Wait, what did you just say? What band?
What, it was some like 80s metal band, right? Rush or something?
Rush.
Yeah. Is his name Neil Peart?
Yeah.
And he writes books? Or are these two different Neil Pearts? The Masked Rider by Neil Peart. I haven't read it.
I think that's the same Neil Peart.
Yeah.
Peart.
I'm reading a bike themed book right now. I didn't even realize it was. It was a bike I've had on my shelf forever. It's called It's Not About the Tapas, and it's about a woman who gives up her job and rides across Spain. I'm like 4 chapters in. It's decent. I'm hoping it picks up. It's not the best thing I've ever read, but it's decent. Why did that not show me? No, whatever. Huh, I'll check this out. I'm on a pretty big reading kick right now, so. Neil Peart travel memoir, observations and experiences he cycles through West Africa. Sounds interesting. I'll check it out for sure. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Sigmund, you're still into the waffle shirts and band shirts. Well, 90s are in style, so that would make it totally would work now, right? Thanks, Cassidy. I think everyone's doing well. I don't think anyone's staying warm up here. So, oh, Hugo Boss, yeah. Batteries will drain quicker, but won't potentially fail. Yeah, I hate Rush. No offense to anyone who likes Rush, except you have bad taste in music. My brother used to listen to Rush in the car when I didn't have my license yet, and he had to drive me around, and man, I'm scarred by it. So, what's up, Chuck? How's it going? How you doing out there in Cali? A word. I have neoprene covers on your bike battery to keep it warm during rides. Oh, that makes sense. And yeah, take it inside, not during use. My dad did, because he has the e-bike that I have, that I got given. He asked me about that. I'm like, yeah, I would definitely take the battery inside. So, hey, what's up, Outpost? How you doing? Neil Peart wrote Tom Sawyer, which I hear is a great book on old Appalachia. Pudgy, that was a good joke, but if Tom Sawyer ends up in my head, I'm going to be pissed. Is it 9:35? Yeah, we should wind this down. I need to make a note of that book. I'm not going to remember that, actually, if I don't. The Masked Rider. You know, I was thinking about this, and I don't know, it might be a way to keep motivated for reading more, because I tend to fall off as the weather gets nicer, as you kind of do, as I'm just being outside more. But I want to keep up reading beyond the winter, and we have a book section in the Discord. Maybe it makes sense to try and do like some kind of a book club where we do pick a date and a book to read, and anyone who's interested, then we could, I don't know, do something with that. I'll think about that. I'll think about how that could work. Maybe at the end we could even do a live stream that was just specific to that at a different time. I don't know. Oh, well, Discord itself has a chat function where you could be live, so maybe we would just do it in there. That could work. But yeah, I don't know. I'll workshop that idea and see. But people might be into that.
What are you, Oprah?
People like group activities. Me and Erin did a book club a few years ago, and it was just me and her, and we read Devil in the White City, and then we had like a finishing party, and we like posted a picture, and I can't remember who it was, and someone was like, if it's just two of you, it's just a couple's activity, but we refused to call it that. We're like, no, it's book club, you know. I recommend Off the Map by Mark Jenkins. It's about cycling across Siberia. Oh, that could be interesting too. Yeah. I for the record, I don't only read bike books, so I'll only read a few, and then I'll right now I just actually go to my shelf and I just grab something that I haven't read yet because I've picked up books from thrift stores and friends for years.
John Meltzner super chatted $1.38.
Sorry. Thanks, John. $1.38. That's an interesting amount.
It's Canadian.
It's Canadian?
It's yeah.
It was converted. All right, I'm not going to go way down a book rabbit hole right now because I do want to wrap this up and go ice my back. Tyler, that's what I hear. People seem to say Bosch are the gold standard for e-bikes, but again, I am not the expert on that. Oh, nice, John. That sounds rad. Yeah. Tom Sawyer. No, I just do not like Rush. Nice. Yeah. Like I said, all right, save all the book talk for the Discord. Put it in there, because then I can remember all of them. But, yeah. Book bros. What's up, David? Whoops. I went to go give that super chat a thumbs up, but then it took it away. There's a good book on thermodynamics in Kelvin. Yeah. Yeah, we got lost. We're supposed to be talking about metric system. All right. Yeah. If I wrote a book, what would it be about? I don't know. I'm not a good writer. I don't know. I always thought it'd be fun to write a book about the days that we spent hanging out at Annabelle's, though. That would have nothing to do with bikes. There'd be a few bikes in there, I guess, from some crazy nights, but... All right, guys. Appreciate it. Like I said, if you're not in the Discord, check it out, because that's a great place to have these kind of discussions. But, yeah. No idea what's coming up on the channel, because I just haven't been riding a bike. I've thought about just making a video on a topic to do it, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to have... It needs to be something that I really want to do, or it won't be that good. So... Things That Fuck by Tim Fitzwater. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks as always for joining us. It's always a blast, no matter what we talk about. See you in the next. See you in the next one.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this time I'm
Fitzwater photo.